welcome. This is the last, this is the emotional one. This is the last artist video we're doing for the gallery. You know, we have a show coming up this upcoming Friday, 6 to 9, and then Saturday, 1 through 5. So please come through. But we have the artist, Yunng Rook. It is a full circle moment. It is definitely a full circle moment. You know, I remember just seeing your work, and we got to bring up Yunng Rook Hawkins. He is the reason why all of this exists. So to be able to bring you in and close out the gallery with your work means the world to me. You know, so with that being said, it ain't about me. You're the man of the hour. You know, so who are you? What's your background? What's your medium? And let's talk a little bit about your show.
What's going on? Well, my name is Yunng Rook, but my artist name, a lot of people know me as Yunng Rook. My art, nobody's saying is Google. You know, so a lot of things I do is based on right from that regard to. So, what I'll say is, you know, I'm born and raised in Buffalo, New York. You know, a little weird kid, shy kid from Buffalo still. Born and raised. Medium of art, I do acrylic. Or I do a lot of different mediums. A lot of like acrylic art mostly. I do oil paints, fashion as well. A lot of mainly work on canvas art.
Awesome. So the show, we'll get right into it. You know, House of a Madman. You know, it was interesting when I heard the title because I might make a video, different video about the closing of the gallery, but the title kind of fits some of the reasonings why I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know, what is the House of Madman? What is it to you? What it represents, and how it speaks about your art?
You know, I like to put a lot of my art and meaning based on where we come from, the hardships that we feel. That's just an overall perspective. But to take that macro, micro a little bit more, really hear out a lot of the things that we don't need, a lot of things that take us away from what we're really trying to be as people. Understanding our minds, who we are. I feel like through my art, I try to express that. Where I put my screen in different ways, and my voice in like a different way. I'm writing for whole dialogue and image voices that can't be heard. I like to feel like that.
You know, I look at your work as a storytelling story. You know, it is, you know, it's imagery, it's you know, it's a lot of, we use the term wordplay for writers, it's picture play. You know, there's so many symbols and different ideas and concepts coming into one work. You know, that's one of the things that I've always loved about your work. You're speaking in many thoughts, but the picture brings it together, you know, overall. And, you know, so, you know, I'm excited. You know, especially for this to be your first show, solo show. You know, solo shows are tough. People don't realize, you know, it takes a lot. You know, it's a certain vulnerability to it. You know, but the fact that, you know, we were able to come together, collab, and do it for our brother. You know, do it in a way that, you know, and that's always been a goal for me, just making sure bringing good and great art and allowing artists to just be themselves, you know. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. We hope to see you on Friday and Saturday. You know, Friday, you know the gallery opening, you know, it's a little party, it's a celebration. You know, and then Saturday you can come in and do your art walk and just expect the all that beautiful art stuff that we do. So with that said, peace, love, and blessings. To the next one.